It is. All right. We're online. Hello, everyone. This is Cyber Academy. Hooray! Yep, yep, yep. Thank you very much for making it here today, despite the fact that we did not tell you that it's going to be an open air. So I know that you came here because you're fighting for a cause. It will be something awesome, something you like. So what's in store for you today? Let me tell you about this in a nutshell. So I'll deliver a brief presentation of what Cyber Academy is, why we gathered here today, why it is so important for us. Then Dima will take over. Dima Starodubtsev is here, so a rumbling applause to the guy. Yes. And also we have Valer Litvin here, right here, yes, right there. So he'll be talking about the Cyber Congress history. So it's not going to be very structured agenda-wise. It will be more of a loose ship that will run here. So everybody will be learning here. You can be asking questions. So make sure you use them. If you have a question, make sure you use the microphone so that the interpreter will hear you and it will go into the live cast. So we want all the questions to be handled as they appear without waiting until the end. So show of hands, raise a hand, get a mic, proceed to voice a question. So once again, thank you very much for coming. Round of applause to everyone. And here we go. Right, so Cyber Academy will be the topic of the first presentation. It so happened that Cyber Events project that most of you know full well has changed hands, so to speak. And the team that you saw at Imaguru Startup Accelerator, it will be doing the Cyber Academy, Cyber Events. It will belong to a different team and the Cyber Fund, essentially. So that's as far as the change of hands go. But the Cyber Events team is very passionate towards what they do. They cannot simply leave stuff, abandon it completely and not pursue this cause any further. Thanks to Cyber Congress, well, Cyber Congress really deserves the applause. Thank you guys, thank you. So thanks to Cyber Congress, this event/educational program of ours has received a new impetus. It will be like 30x better, 30x more specific. And people will finally start to understand why they showed up at our meetups, what they're doing, why it's meaningful for the local and the more global communities. So let's get the show on the road. Now, the most important thing that we want to upgrade, the most important thing we want to get done, it's we want to switch from local meetups to a more global community, gradually, incrementally, step by step, that you see right here in the slide. So these are the meetups, the conventional, the business as usual thing that we sometimes attend, mostly attend, sometimes understand, sometimes fail to. So those who succeed in understanding and stay on, other people will just join different communities. Why this lack of understanding might arise? Well, those stages, those meetups that we are putting together, it will be for blockchain developers or for aspiring blockchain developers only. So this new feature will be that we pre-agree with the speakers that at the end of the meetup, we agree with them. They will be running a small workshop at the end of the course. So it was super awesome. We've field tested this idea a couple times. It was super awesome. And I realized that this must be implemented very actively. So those of us who are interested in stuff, who are learning stuff, it will be very, very productive. So we'll also put together very good people together. Very good people around us. And let's get this hackathon on the road. By the way, it's early September, so save the day. It's 7th, 8th of September. Don't leave town. Don't leave Minsk. So those of you who are in Minsk for the event, it will be super awesome. So a bit later about this. What the hack? Well, it's the idea that we will definitely support. Yes, Dima is aware. And still, this is more of a local story with hackathons. Hackathons can be done here and now. There was a case where they tried to make it international, but it didn't exactly fly, according to my opinion. Still, this topic persists. It's a more local kind of thing. To go more global, we need to merge. We need to unite several communities that are created in 2 or 3 towns according to the same principle. Again, to round up, to accumulate all this knowledge, to put it in one space. Then we will run a major conference where we'll get all those people together, and it's going to be awesome. Most importantly, all of this should be happening incrementally in an organic manner. So we have not yet tried to host a conference. We're not that ready. But hackathons, yes, we can do it. We can do it in a smart and quality way. So it's not exactly a Minsk limited model. It is applicable to any other city. We have 3 in the pipeline with Minsk, Moscow, and Kiev. So why this is the case, I'll also proceed to tell about it. Now, this is the way how we are going, or trying to go from local to global. Most importantly, we need to somehow allow our community to enter international arena. And it is through this prism, through this setup of academies, multiple neat things have arisen that we've been doing. So, okay, so now we're live. It is being interpreted into English as we speak. This is the case. So yeah, we've done that. So why are we doing that? Well, according to our opinion, there is this issue that Russian-speaking top speakers, engineers, software coders, they do incredible things, but they cannot simply voice that in English. So remember the hackathon, everybody was trying to pitch the project in English. Well, how do I put this? Well, it's obviously something good, but the people lack the vocabulary, lack the skill to break it out in English. So why force them? Why torture them? So this can be mentioned, or this can be voiced in Russian, interpreted live into English, and this will be video recorded. And this video recording will be made available to anybody who's non-Russian speaking but understands English. So this is one of the global goals that we pursue as well. So there must be subtitles assigned to the video, attached to the video. So embedded subs, and it's... Well, I believe there are many more people in our team. So knowing the context, knowing the languages, they'll be making subtitles for the videos. So that they know exactly, they don't just have the language capability, but they also know what's what. So there will be a Bitcoin, a smart contract with the nominal payment amount. So who is the first, who does the most quality subs for our YouTube recording or whatever other platform that we are going to use in the future. So yes, it will be, upon successful completion and submission of the project, there will be monetary reimbursement of Bitcoin or Ethereum or real money, fiat money. So yes, the speakers will also assume certain responsibilities. At least they must make the slides in English. This is the least we want from them. Also, I see folks around here that are very much proficient about what they do. So you're not just rank and file members of the community. You stand out from the crowd. The most important values that are instilled in the academy that we'll try to broadcast and basically try to spread the word, spread these concepts. We're sharing that with everybody. Open source, all the content, all the videos that we're going to generate, we're not hiding that. So please, make sure you go there. The QR code, yes. Well, you're looking at me with code, software code. What kind of code are you talking about? You're looking at me and bewildered. But never mind that, it's going to be awesome. Well, to be all vanilla and blockchain, we are decentralizing our services. We plan to store stuff in IP phase, and other benefits are in store for us. Right, so this slide is coming up. So why is it important to make it this way? To make it a nice picture, great interpretation? Well, that's the way it must be. It's a must-have. You're showing up for a high-tech event, blockchain, and you have this picture in your mind, drones flying all over the place, diode lighting, LED lighting on the stage. Well, when you show up, actually, so the reality proves you wrong. So there is some audience, some dark room, and you bring a Mac, but there is no adapter to put your screen to the beamer, and so on and so forth. So we were trying to eliminate it day in, day out. And currently, we have a speaker showing up for a meetup, and they're no longer concerned, no longer worried whether the MacBook or their presentation would not be aired. So this takes a lot of effort, but still. And yet, you know, there is this other complexity. Well, everybody is used to good stuff. Well, a small revolution must happen. We need to revolutionize, to do it top-notch, fucking awesome. This is the way it's supposed to be. So nobody, well, somebody does not support 4K. Well, you'll get there. You'll have the proper hardware. You'll be able to be looking at our meetups, enjoying them in top quality. So once again, a very important thing for us is a nice picture on YouTube. It's 4K 60 FPS video on YouTube. Also, most importantly, a huge camera or 360 is coming to us, 360 degrees recording. This cam is on the way from the States. We want to make it there for VR capability, for virtual reality, because all this tech now permits us to do that. Why we're still not using it? Why we're still somewhere here instead of being right there? Well, we need to make stuff happen. So please, camera, speed up, 360 camera. Everybody who's going to be wearing glasses, they'll be asking the speaker questions sitting on the sofa. That will be awesome. Awesome, right? What kind of camera? Well, that's the go-to guy is over there. So this is the hero of tonight. So it's third night, sleepless night, burning midnight oil, left and right. So he made this all happen. I didn't expect this to be that cool. Right, moving on. The values of the community, the speakers, why we show up for meetups, why we want to listen into quality speakers who can share the knowledge. As organizers, we have to handpick those people, those speakers, those lecturers. It's a challenge. There's not too many of those. There are lecturers, and we still try to handpick the best of the best, creme de la creme. So if it's blockchain community, then yes, we will need to promote it using the best speakers possible. Sometimes, well, you find it uninteresting to listen to the presentations of their projects. You want to I should be looking at the camera, so looking into the camera, it's kind of an appeal. It must be open source, it must be code on GitHub or some similar sources so that we can have a look at something great happening, which is also very important. Or there could be some publications, white papers or papers to know exactly what the person is qualified in what they talk about, and they can render it, they can convey it to the audience. Another awesome feature that must be useful for the community, the speaker must be sharing their presentation from their laptops. So there could be various tools, nifty stuff, L-tabbing to services that they use. So it's all on there. It's all on their computer. That's another requirement for speakers. You must use your laptop, your PC, or your laptop. So bring whatever you want, but the slides must be in English and they must be broadcast from your computer. Promo your projects. ICO is mauvais ton in our academy. It's no bueno. Other places, feel free to go there. It's not off limits. Right, so this was the story about online, about stuff happening and being broadcast onto YouTube, so you don't really have to show up offline. Well, you kind of didn't have to before that, but now it's 100% online. So we are offline in multiple cities. It's not just Minsk. We've changed our format. It will be Minsk, Kiev, and Moscow. Well, previously, we used to make it every Tuesday in those two cities, in Minsk every Thursday. So this Thursday is in Minsk, next Thursday is in Moscow, in Kiev next Thursday, so next. And, well, done. The math, perhaps the next meetup in Minsk is June the 28th. June the 28th saves the day. So our meetups will be happening in the event space, including that concern that place must theoretically support all that capability. Unfortunately, Imaguru did not give it to us so that the picture is nice and the tech capability is there. It's not just about internet throughput. So we can and must make this happen. So I'm not sure whether that 50 megabit miracle of ours is transferring good picture online, but still, we are here to sandbox it. I don't know why so many people showed up. It's just us showing new gizmos around and testing them. So whether it's live or not, well, it does seem to be streaming, okay. Okay, so those people who come to Moscow every now and then, come to Kiev every now and then, just check out the schedule. It will be on here. So you can check it. I'll also upload it to the group if you want so. So I should accelerate, right? Okay. Now the most interesting nifty bits. I've talked about online, I've talked about online. So what's that code? It's open code. Must be some secondary or tertiary story. Well, yes, we wanted to make it about blockchain. All the tickets, we have tickets to events. We're supposed to somehow be selling tickets, most likely through smart contracts. The users must be communicating in some networks of decentralized nature. And hooray, yes, we need smart contracts. This is when we got to think about it, and we reformatted our project in such a way that the current team is on board, but we need twice as many people. We need devs, we need developers for that, to make it all happen. And yes, we're going to be making it happen, a decentralized service for event management, event organization. And this project is supposed to resolve certain issues at hand, and it will be a first great showcased business case when events about blockchain will be on blockchain, completely decentralized community. Right, so we're talking about tools at all times, Ethereum tokens, but we're not using that. How come? We're just talking about that rather superficially. So we need to be showing that, we need to be talking about that. So this is the way it works. And the people who show up, they must be proficient in using those things, in using those concepts. So I'm about to scare everybody. The registration will be done through B2Mask or some other services. Our clients will be using tokens, ERC-71. So why those? ERC-20s. So the meetups of different level, they must be unique. Every ticket is unique. Oh, it's very difficult for me to talk about this. This is not exactly my kettle of fish. But still, I realize that we need it. We must use stuff that we're talking about. Great. And hallelujah, I've got this amazing community out there who will be willing and pleased to test it and to contribute to the code. We actually visualize it, so. Right, so you see where I'm getting at. Right, so the most important bit, what this contract does, is proof of competence. If you had been unable to register, so what business do you have here? So yes, it took us a lot of debate about it. Look at 100 people willing to show up, and only 30 or even 3 of them navigated their way through registration. No, let it be. Maybe those 3 people are worthy of the knowledge that we're trying to share here. And the rest, well, check out the YouTube channel. You might understand stuff. Well, it's not that complicated, not exactly rocket science. I don't know precisely what you do, but yes, in a year of our meetup practices, you should be prepared to do that. By the way, it's not entirely my idea, right? So it's the Cyber Congress that tells us, let's make it completely right, completely awesome. Why they picked us and not some other event agency? Well, that's because of you guys. You're the people who are 100% interested and invested into it, and you will be, you'll find it interesting to use that service and to try stuff out. So this is exactly how it's going to happen. We're going to use you as guinea pigs. Okay, so I seem to have mentioned everything here. Revenue split, right. So that contract bit, it will have several stakeholders. There will be speakers. All those people, the visitors, all those speakers, all those visitors, all the community, they want this contract to live on, to bring benefits to everybody. The speaker, when they speak, when they take the floor, they must be motivated to give an A+ presentation, because they will be voting by the community, and if you came to talk about our ICO, then yes, you'll be down-flagged immediately. You'll be derated completely, so you might even fail to enter the service in the future. So how it's going to be implemented, I can't really say at this stage. So there are some hypotheses, there are some issues which are theoretically supposed to be resolved by the decentralized service. Another important bit, every member of this network, everything they do, it must be happening for a cause. So there must be some kind of incentive to contribute this to the community. So I've given you a 101 about how it's going to happen, ERC-71 tokens, MetaMasks, some other Ethereum wallets or whatever. Multi, yes. Yeah, multi will come after everything. I can't even remember the proper name for it. So it will be a web interface with linkage to all these wallets. So now Dima is supposed to come to my rescue and tell me about it, help me tell about this, how it's going to look like in practice. Most importantly, the best thing I like in this is this check-in, self-check-in to the event. Somebody with a sheet of paper needs to register you, tick the box when you arrive. Yeah, that's the way it's happening. It's not enough just to go to tokens. You're also incentivized to switch it to tokens. So initially, you accumulate or you send some Ethereum to our wallets. To get it back, you're supposed to show up. So if you give a small amount, like 10 Ethereum, yeah, I'm kidding. So you've reserved 10 of them. When you come back, 5 will be returned to you immediately, if you're not a no-show. What are you saying? Hang on. Have you heard about this quality project that I was just telling you about? Well, 10 bits of something. So you've reserved them, they're kind of a deposit, and half of this deposit, 5 of them will come back to you. Then if you're asking smart questions, reasonable questions, yes, you'll be earning back some more, by some useful activities for the community, for the organizers. So it's not just about us charging you, but it will be us giving you bonuses. The contracts, well, it's a kind of a device. So you must check in, like, for example, my phone. Unless you show up for the event, I won't scan your paper. I won't scan you whatever. Most importantly, you have this incentive to show, to get my deposit back. So you won't be bypassing Grisha, you won't be bypassing the frame, the registration desk. So you will locate the person that will scan your device, scan your hard copy, and they will return you your deposit, or half of it at least. Exactly. There will be initial auctions. So you can buy out everything. You just sit here all alone, enjoying yourself, one-man show. Yes. So that's the extent of fun that we're about to have. When we're gonna tend and launch it, will be index payment, zero payment. I know about the price of Ethereum. The maximum will be spending it on gas, well, either you or us. But this logic must be implemented so that in the future, ideally, the project will become valuable and it will be returning some profit. Our events must be so high value so that even 10 Ethereum could be the entry price. 10 ETH to get in, same as what consensus or block show does. High value would mean high entry price, and this is the price. The objective is super, the ultimate objective for me. It will be something to implement, but it's something to be implemented. It takes some time, so when are we going to get there? 2 weeks from now? The smart contracts, well, nobody can ultimately implement them and use them to their full benefit. This is the kind of gizmo, or this is the kind of thing that needs to be properly tested and developed. So maybe in 3 meetups we meet again and say, okay, it's working, so please give us your Ethereum coins. So that hackathon that is going to happen in early September, we plan to have this thing deployed, the smart contracts deployed. And only those people will make it to the hackathon who've been able to pass through. And that's about it, right? No, you're right. This presentation is on IPFS, so round of applause to me. Yes, thank you. Okay, so what's important? Our smileys are gone, but okay, forget it. This is the channel. Get used to it. The one that you're used to visiting, that you subscribe to, it doesn't belong to me, so to speak. This new one will be 30x as awesome. It's awesome because it has 0 videos but 56 subscribers. You can tell it by that. Thank you guys. Thank you. 50 subscribers and empty channel. So this is indeed a high value for me, high investment. You invest your interest. You're looking forward to something. It's kind of a smart contract. You'd see it blank, but please put likes, put those bells, notifications to not miss a video, to not miss a thing. Okay, thank you very much. Dima, don't go far away. This is the